Welcome back to Tom's Garage. Good morning, nice warm day. Woo! Today, we're taking inventory. I'll tell you what, I got a score. I think I just have got it all finished inventorying. Cables, more cables. Toro cables. All these are Toros. Let me show you the part numbers here. I got inventory. You can see the part number there. Ooh, look at it. And this indicates how many of each I have. That's a lot of cables. I'm going to close my shop and just go into the cable business. Y'all want to buy some cables? Man, that's a lot of cables. Yeah, I've also got most of my spring stock order come in already. 3 days for all that to come in. The only thing I ain't got yet was my couple of these carburetors right there. I think those will be in here in a couple days. Should be tomorrow. I got all my air filters in. See, what I had to do was, this whole section here was air filters, but I went ahead and cleaned off that top shelf. I got air filters on the very top. It goes all the way down. All the way down, all the way down, all the way across the top. I've also got these miscellaneous filters and all them Tecumseh air filters. A lot of those in them boxes right there, I don't use them very often at all, but I got a bunch of them. Very uncommon air filters. Ooh. And I had all my spark plugs come in. There's all my NGK RC12YCs coming in. And I got my DCP 6REs come in, and BPR 6ESs come in, and I got a bunch of the CMR 6Hs come in. Shoot, yeah. And I got all my J19 LMs come in. I got 100 of them. Yeah, man. I had to do a lot of rearranging. I put all my Honda stuff here, and I put most of my Briggs & Stratton stuff. I grabbed the most right there on that shelf. What I did was I just kind of stepped back, and I can look and see which boxes were the dirtiest. That's the ones I go to most, and that's how I knew I need to put them over here where I can grab them easier than having to wrestle and fight my way around there. But all my fuel filters come in. All kinds of stuff. But I did notice when I was doing this, I got one more air filter right there I didn't order. I didn't realize I was low on them too, them little sponge air filters. And now I got to order those. I need to get a pack of 10 of those to have on hand. I got one left. I don't use them that often, but I've got to I gotta have some. So that's the only thing I didn't get that I needed. I'll get them ordered today. Other than that though, y'all need some cables? And yesterday, it took me most of the day. Little bebop right over here. This box is full of cables. Honda cables. Here's all the Honda part numbers and quantities. Ooh-wee. We're in the cable business now. Man, hundreds and hundreds of cables. Hundreds of cables. Toro cables. Most of this I really ain't gonna be able to use because a lot of it's Lawn Boy, and I ain't seen a Lawn Boy lawnmower in a long time. Much less one that was needing a cable. But today, let's talk about the worst customer I think I have ever had to deal with. But anywho, it was probably earlier this summer. Who that is? But anyway, earlier this summer, I had a guy call. Say, hey, could you replace the PTO clutch on my tractor? I've already got it ordered. I said, yeah, $75. I'll just take my impact and rip and just stick the other one on. No big deal. It won't take just a few minutes. I'll do it while you wait because you're driving from across town, he evidently told me. And So about a week later, he called me and said, hey man, I got that clutch in. I said, well, that's fine. You can come on over and we'll stick it on. Big zero turn. I figured I'd just drive it right up on the old table there and like I've done so many times. But see, I got to where I don't work on those big zero turns hardly anymore. I don't have to, and I don't want to, because I'm by myself out here in the shop. Something happens out here, man, nobody can hear me screaming. But it was late in the day, about 5 o'clock. I was trying to close and go in and eat some dinner. But I was loading this nice lady's pressure washer. I was trying to get a little sweet with her, you know what I mean? Use some of that ghee that she paid me and I'll take her out for a steak dinner. But anyway, I was loading her pressure washer. We were sitting there chatting. And this young guy, I ain't gonna call him a kid, he's probably in his 20s. He come whipping up with this thing on the back of his trailer. Evidently that guy sent him to bring it. I guess he worked for him. But he whipped it up out there in the middle of the street and fell out of his truck. Smoke going everywhere out of the cab of his truck. Looked like Cheech and Chong pulled up out there. Boy, he stunk. That guy was high as a kite. Man, he was already getting on my nerves as soon as he got out of the truck. He said, hey man, here's that lawnmower. It took 4 of us to get it on the trailer because it don't run. I said, well, you know what? I ain't gonna be able to help you. And he was getting in our face. He's like, hey man, embarrassing, scaring that lady. Nice lady. She called me back since. So I told him, I said, I ain't nothing I can do with it. I can't get that big old zero turn. I think it was about a 52-inch snapper or something. Wasn't no way in the world I can get that thing off that trailer and get it in here and replace that clutch. No. I said, you'll have to take it up there to Douglasville Ace Hardware. They got 3 or 4 big corn-fed boys working in the shop. They can muscle that thing off and get it in there and do that for you. But ain't no way I can do it. Not after back surgery and shoulder surgery and hip surgery. And I ain't got to. I don't know what he was expecting me to do. Does he think I got a big forklift or something I can just rip that thing off the trailer? No. So I told him to take it on up the street to Douglasville Ace. They're a dealer. I forget what brand that thing was, but they were a dealer. And so lo and behold, about an hour later, I got an email notification. That fella left me a 1-star Google review. I guess the guy that sent him down here got on my nerves, boy. That's the only Google review I've ever had that was less than a 5-star rating. Well, I was okay with it after a little while. You know, you can't be perfect forever. So sometimes you can't. Sometimes you just can't help people, even if you want to. Sometimes you just shouldn't. So that's that for that feller. He can just go take his Google rating with him. Here. I didn't go on there and respond or nothing. I didn't do that, but I'm just gonna let it go. I can call the guy back and cuss him out if I thought it would be necessary, but nah, just let it go. Let it go, boy. Ooh, well, let's see. Let me take one more gander at these cables. I'm in cable heaven. And right up there, I don't know how well you can see it. Those boxes up there in the back of the attic, those are dozens and dozens and dozens of new Honda Pushmore wheels. And I've got one box. Let me get over here. I've got one more box. I got all kinds of stuff up there. And I got the old ladder out and put some more nails in the rafters. See if I can find that paper. Yeah. Here's the OEM Honda belts. I got lots and lots and lots of Honda belts. I use them pretty often. I got all them hanging on that rafter right there. Yeah. Anybody need an exhaust system for a Volkswagen Beetle? Anybody need any cables? Cables, get your cables here, boy. Get you some cables. Whew, well, fellers, I certainly appreciate chewing your ear, letting me chew your ear today. But I thought that would be a pretty good subject. My buddy said, hey, why don't you do a video on your worst customer experience? Well, I've had a lot of bad customer experiences. Experiences with bad customers, I should put it. And that's probably the one that sticks in my head the most. It just irritates my bowels to think about that feller. Trying to get one over on the old Dobster. Ain't gonna happen, Captain. But that's enough of that. Y'all be good. I love you guys. Thanks for watching the video, boys and girls. Y'all have a beautiful Monday evening. We got stuff falling out of the tree, man. Boy, that tree's making a mess in my yard. I wish they'd cut it down too, but that's all the shade I've got. Woo. Well, all right, boys and girls, I will see y'all probably Wednesday. I'll do another video. I'll do 2 or 3 videos this week and try to keep them pumping out for you, and maybe do a little bit more in depth in the old shop too. If I can figure out what else I can do a video about out here, and if y'all want me to do a video about something, just holler at me. I got a commenter who said he wants me to do he would like to see a video on me repairing a Poulan Pro blower, I believe it was. I had to go dig in the shed of shame out there and see if I can find one. I'll take that thing all apart for you and show you how to put it back together. And I don't really think there's much hope in a Poulan product. They really weren't meant to be worked on. Disposable. They weren't very good when they were new. Well, all right, guys, I love y'all, and I will see y'all Wednesday.